Have you ever felt overwhelmed during a negotiation? Today we change that. We're going to explore the ancient philosophy of Stoicism and its powerful relevance to modern negotiation tactics. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's within our control and to let go of what's not, an approach that can transform the way we negotiate. We'll delve into the three pillars of Stoic negotiation: preparation, maintaining calm, and focusing on virtues for win-win outcomes. Preparation is about understanding the landscape and planning your strategy. Maintaining calm helps you stay composed under pressure. And focusing on virtues ensures your negotiations are guided by principles of fairness, honesty, and courage, leading to outcomes that benefit everyone involved. This isn't just about winning a deal, it's about forging meaningful, sustainable relationships. Ready to master the art of negotiation? Let's dive in. Preparation is the first pillar of Stoic negotiation. The art of negotiation is far from a spontaneous dance, it's a meticulously choreographed ballet. And the choreographer in this case is the Stoic principle of preparation. Stoic negotiators know that in order to navigate the uncertain waters of negotiation, they must first map out their course. Preparation for the Stoic isn't just about knowing your facts, figures, or rehearsing your arguments. It's about understanding the landscape of challenges that may arise and acknowledging them with a clear-eyed realism. Stoics don't shy away from potential difficulties, they stare them down, understanding that challenges are simply part of the path to progress. A Stoic negotiator doesn't simply plan for one outcome, but rather they prepare for a multitude of possible scenarios. They set clear objectives, but they also remain flexible, ready to adapt their strategies as the situation unfolds. This adaptability is a direct reflection of their understanding that the world is in constant flux and that clinging to a rigid plan can be more hindrance than help. Now let's walk through a scenario. Imagine you're a Stoic negotiator preparing for a complex business deal. How do you start? Well, first, you dive into research, gathering as much information as possible about the other party, the market, the potential obstacles, and the opportunities. You'd study past negotiations of a similar nature, looking for patterns, tactics, and strategies that have proven effective. Next, you'd set your objectives. What exactly do you hope to achieve from this negotiation? But remember, a Stoic negotiator doesn't just set a single, rigid goal. They establish a range of acceptable outcomes, preparing for the best, the worst, and everything in between. Now, with your research done and your objectives set, you'd start strategizing. You'd plan your approach, considering different tactics and counter-tactics, but you'd also remain flexible, knowing that your strategy may need to adapt on the fly as the negotiation progresses. This doesn't mean you go into the negotiation without a plan, far from it. You have a plan, a backup plan, and a backup to the backup plan. You are ready for anything and everything that might come your way. And then when you finally step into that negotiation room, you do so with a sense of calm and confidence. Not because you believe everything will go exactly as planned, but because you know you are prepared for whatever might come. But remember, preparation isn't just about being ready for the negotiation itself. It's about being ready to adapt, to change your plan when the situation calls for it. Because in the end, the most successful negotiator isn't the one with the best laid plans, but the one who can adapt those plans in the face of unexpected challenges. Being prepared means being ready to adapt, a key element in Stoic negotiation. Maintaining calm, the second pillar of Stoic negotiation, is crucial. Let's dive a little deeper into the Stoic approach. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, rather it's about understanding and regulating them. It's about being the calm in the eye of the storm, remaining composed even when the negotiation table feels more like a battlefield. How do we achieve this? Through mindfulness, reflective journaling, and visualizing different outcomes, Stoics have developed techniques to maintain a level head. Mindfulness is about being present in the moment, focusing on the here and now rather than worrying about the past or future. It's about observing the situation objectively without letting emotions cloud our judgment. This allows us to respond to developments in the negotiation with a clear mind instead of reacting impulsively. Reflective journaling, on the other hand, is about introspection. about understanding our thoughts and feelings. It allows us to identify triggers that might cause emotional responses and helps us develop strategies to handle them. It's like having a personal roadmap, guiding us through the treacherous terrain of negotiation. Now let's talk about visualization. This is a powerful technique where we imagine different outcomes to the negotiation. It's like a mental rehearsal, preparing us for whatever might come our way. By visualizing the worst-case scenario, we reduce the fear of the unknown. And by visualizing the best-case scenario, we build the confidence to strive for it. These techniques are not just theoretical concepts, they are tools used by successful negotiators around the world. Let me share a case study that illustrates the power of Stoic calm. Consider the story of a business executive negotiating a high-stakes merger. As the negotiations heated up, accusations were thrown and tempers flared, but the executive, a student of Stoicism, remained calm. He focused on the present, not allowing past disagreements or future anxieties to cloud his judgment. He journaled his thoughts and emotions, understanding his triggers and strategizing his responses, and he visualized different outcomes, preparing himself for any eventuality. As a result, he was able to steer the negotiation away from conflict and towards cooperation. He diffused the tension, turning adversaries into allies. He turned a potential disaster into a successful merger, all because he maintained his stoic calm. But what if things had gone differently? What if he had let his emotions take control? The negotiation could have broken down, leading to a lose-lose situation. But by maintaining his composure, he turned a volatile situation into a win-win outcome. This is the power of stoic calm in negotiation. It's not about suppressing emotions, it's about understanding and regulating them. It's about being the calm in the eye of the storm, navigating through the chaos with clarity and composure. Stoicism gives us the tools to maintain our calm, and it's up to us to use them. It's about practicing mindfulness, journaling our thoughts, and visualizing different outcomes. It's about preparing ourselves for any eventuality, and facing it with courage and composure. So the next time you find yourself in a high-stress negotiation, remember the Stoic approach. Practice mindfulness, journal your thoughts, visualize different outcomes, maintain your calm even when the storm is raging around you. Maintaining calm and composed, even in high-stress situations, is a Stoic negotiator's strength. The third pillar of Stoic negotiation focuses on virtues and creating win-win situations. Stoicism, a philosophy born in ancient Greece, is centered on four cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues aren't just lofty ideals, they are practical tools that can guide us in the heat of negotiation. Let's delve into the virtue of justice first. In Stoic philosophy, justice is about fairness, equality, and doing what's right. In the context of negotiation, this translates into a commitment to honesty and transparency. It's about putting all your cards on the table, not hiding crucial information or using deceptive tactics. It's about treating the other party with respect and dignity, even if they're your competitor. And most importantly, it's about seeking an outcome that benefits everyone involved, not just your own interests. Next, we have courage. Now, when we think of courage, we often imagine a hero bravely facing a dangerous foe. But in Stoicism, courage is also about confronting our own fears and insecurities. It's about having the guts to ask for what we want and need, even if it makes us uncomfortable. In negotiation, this might mean standing up for our values, pushing back against unreasonable demands, or taking risks to achieve a better outcome. Wisdom, the third virtue, is about understanding the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. It's about making decisions based on evidence and reason rather than emotion or wishful thinking. In negotiation, this means doing our homework, understanding the other party's needs and constraints, and making informed decisions. Finally, there's temperance, which is all about self-control and moderation. In negotiation, temperance helps us to keep our emotions in check, to avoid getting carried away by greed or fear, and to stay focused on our long-term goals. But how do these virtues help us to create win-win situations? Well, when we approach negotiation with justice, courage, wisdom, and temperance, we're not just trying to grab the biggest slice of the pie for ourselves. Instead, we're trying to make the pie bigger, so that everyone can have a satisfying piece. Let's look at an example. Consider the negotiation between the leaders of two countries trying to resolve a trade dispute. Instead of viewing the negotiation as a zero-sum game, where one side's gain is the other side's loss, they could approach it with Stoic virtues in mind. They could seek justice by being honest about their needs and constraints, show courage by being willing to compromise, use wisdom to understand the other side's perspective, and exercise temperance by not letting short-term political pressures derail the negotiation. By doing so, they could reach a solution that benefits both countries, strengthening their relationship in the long run. This approach isn't just good for diplomacy, it's good for business too. Companies that negotiate with Stoic virtues often build stronger, more sustainable relationships with their partners, suppliers and customers. They create a reputation for integrity and fairness, which can be a powerful competitive advantage. In Stoic negotiation, virtue is not just a moral compass, it's a strategy for success. By focusing on justice, courage, wisdom and temperance, we can turn contentious negotiations into collaborative problem-solving sessions. We can create outcomes that benefit everyone involved, fostering trust and mutual respect. And in doing so, we can build the kind of professional relationships that last a lifetime. Stoic negotiation is not just a technique, it's a mindset, a way of life, if you will, that empowers you to approach negotiations with confidence, calm, and a focus on virtue. It's a powerful tool that can transform the way you navigate both professional and personal interactions. Over the course of this guide, we've delved into the three pillars of Stoic negotiation: preparation, maintaining calm, and focusing on virtues for win-win outcomes. Each pillar carries its own weight and importance, and each one complements the other, forming a sturdy, balanced foundation for success. We've explored how thorough preparation, rooted in a realistic assessment of potential challenges, sets the stage for confident negotiation. We've shown how strategic planning, guided by Stoic principles, encourages flexibility and adaptability. And we've walked through practical examples of how this preparation plays out in real-life scenarios. We've also dived into how Stoic calm can be your anchor during high-stress negotiations. We've shared techniques for maintaining composure, such as mindfulness, reflective journaling, and visualization. And we've seen how maintaining this calm can lead to superior outcomes. Finally, we've discussed how focusing on Stoic virtues like justice, honesty, and courage can guide your negotiation process. We've emphasized the importance of seeking outcomes that benefit all parties, fostering sustainable, long-term relationships. And we've illustrated how applying these virtues in real-life negotiations can lead to better, more sustainable outcomes. As we conclude, I encourage you to apply these Stoic principles in your next negotiation. Take these lessons to heart and let them guide you. Remember, negotiation is not a battle to be won, but a process to be navigated with respect, patience, and understanding. Remember, as Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. So, go forth and negotiate with confidence, and let Stoicism guide you to success.